Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Also consider joining my Patreon page for some cool perks. I'll leave a link in the description. Today we're going to do another episode of Behind the Name. During each episode of Behind the Name, I will tell you how a certain band came up with their own unique name. On this occasion, I selected Whitesnake. First, I'll go over some general info about Whitesnake. After that, I'll guide you along the fascinating chain of events that led to their final decision. Let's begin. Whitesnake slithered onto the music scene in 1978. The original lineup featured vocalist David Coverdale, who deviated from Deep Purple. Mickey Moody and Bernie Marsden traded guitar duties. Neil Murray took care of bass. Dave Dowd doled out drum beats, and Brian Johnston handled keyboards. As the years passed, Whitesnake underwent quite a few lineup changes. As a matter of fact, David Coverdale was the only one from the group who has stayed by their side through thick and thin. 13 albums all told have been stuffed into Whitesnake's discography. The first being Trouble in 1978. And the latest, called Flesh and Blood, released in 2019. Whitesnake's most well-known piece of work would probably be their sensational 1987 self-titled album, which introduced several steadfast setlist songs such as Here I Go Again, Is This Love, and my personal favorite, Still of the Night. Now, why don't we see why they went with Whitesnake? According to fabulous frontman David Coverdale, it was his idea. When this question got brought up in the middle of a Metro UK interview, which I'll leave a link to down below, he revealed that Whitesnake was a nickname he gave to his ding-a-ling. Ew, that's nasty. TMI, right? I'll never look at Whitesnake the same way again. I assume he says, "Here I go again," every time he prepares to pleasure himself. Later, Coverdale clarified that the real reason was derived from his solo career. A year before Whitesnake started, he distributed his debut album, which he also dubbed Whitesnake. Apparently, he certainly couldn't bear to leave that particular moniker behind, because David decided to transfer it to his new band. At first, David Coverdale placed his name in front of Whitesnake in order to enhance their reputation. Like I mentioned earlier, he had a quick tenure with Deep Purple. Therefore, when he moved on to Whitesnake, he thought past recognition would help boost their credibility. However, after they experienced some success, the name shortened simply to Whitesnake. It's still their calling card today. Well, now you know how Whitesnake got their wonderful name. What other bands besides Whitesnake would you like to know more about? Let me know in the comments. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my supporters on Patreon, Matt and Stacy from Canada. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.